So another case that falls under student discipline regarding DAAPs is the Nevares versus San Marcos ISD case. So in this case, the plaintiff is Timothy Nevares, who is in 10th grade, and he's 15 years old. And then the respondent in this case is San Marcos ISD. So Timothy Nevares was detained for aggravated assault because he was throwing stones and rocks at a car and ended up injuring someone in the car. So a police report was then sent to the school, and the assistant principal took him out of class and tried to kind of question him and try to get his side of the story of what kind of happened. And Timothy was not willing to answer any of those questions because he wanted his father and his lawyer to be there and to be present while they were talking about the situation. His father requested to have a meeting with the school authorities so that he could try to explain the situation and what Timothy had said happened, that he was trying to do that out of self-defense for some reason. And so, but once the principal found out from the juvenile authorities that his case was pending and everything that kind of happened, he decided to transfer Timothy to a DAAP program, in which he was going to be transferred somewhere that was called the Rebound Program. But once Timothy found out that he was going to be transferred to an alternative program, he decided that he was going to sue. So in this case, the district court kind of helped him in a way. They were trying to say that it was unconstitutional for a school not to mandate a student a proper hearing whenever they got in trouble off campus, and then just suddenly transfer them to an alternative program. And so they're trying to say that it was a sort of punishment for Timothy, and that he was being denied his property and liberty rights. But once it got to the Fifth Circuit, they said that he was not being denied. There was no due process because he was not being deprived of any of his property and liberty rights. And so he wasn't being denied any education because he was just being transferred from one education program to another program. He wasn't even temporarily denied any sort of education. He was just being transferred to a program that had more discipline for the students that were there. And so he wasn't being denied anything. So since there was no deprivation in this case, there was also no process due. So even according to the federal law, students who are going to be transferred to DAPs are not awarded hearings of any kind. So in this case, his due process was not deprived.